He's got me going first. And then I'll just take a shower and down. Sorry.
Take a sponge bath.
I did too.
Good morning, this is W. Thank you very much. Good morning, Ron Metcalf for 99.5 FM WGRV. We are broadcasting live from the Emergency Operations Center. With this morning's briefing, we go to the Director of the Emergency Operations Center, Letitia Ricker, with the Office of Emergency Management.
Good morning, everybody. We got a few updates for you guys today on the emergency management side of the world. One of the things that we need you guys to know is livestock water is going to be done today from 3 to 5. Those locations can be found posted online. There's also going to be a regional ag donation link done through the UT Extension office. That information will be posted as well. If anybody needs crisis spiritual hotline, the number is 423-620-1053, and that will also be posted. The big thing that I want everybody to pay attention to is the FEMA rumor about donations being taken is misinformation. That is false. Do not believe it. That they won't do that. So if you can squash those rumors, that would be greatly appreciated. The other thing is individuals in the declared counties. You can now apply for direct assistance through the FEMA's individual assistance website, online anytime, or by phone, 1-800-621-3362. And their hours will be Central Time, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., our time, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Update on shelters. The St. James Community Shelter will be closing. They have not had a need for that in the last day or so, so that's good news. And then also, as of this morning, Asbury has 8 individuals housed, and if you need shelter, you can go to that location downtown. I'm going to pass it off to Deputy Chief David Beverly for a law enforcement update.
Thank you. As far as the law enforcement side of it, our resources have been stretched pretty thin with the devastation that's occurred throughout the county from Friday night until now. But things are easing up. I want to thank everybody for their patience. As far as the law enforcement side of this, I know people want to go and look around the bridges and to see what it looks like now. But we have so many crews coming in to try and not only inspect and to do assessments on these bridges to see if we can get them, to see if the TDOT and will open them. It's causing issues when people want to walk out in large groups and they're parking at the barricades and the equipment can't get in. So we just ask that the general public refrain from doing that. There'll be a time for it for people to go down there when this is all over with. The Army National Guard is one of those groups that's coming in and to do debris removal, so they're going to have a lot of heavy equipment there as well. I don't know what else we have. We're doing, if you need water, bottled water, our deputies have been delivering to those that have no vehicles or have no transportation to the distribution areas. So if you will call in here and give them your name and address, we can know where to go and who to drop it off to. We're more than happy to help in that aspect. And if y'all have any questions, just call the Greene County Sheriff's Department and we'll be more than happy to answer them. There's also an issue with a release through the TBI fine that Greene County has 4 missing individuals. I'd like the public to know that that number does not represent the total of unaccounted individuals. The public just needs to know that we're in the process of clearing those. A lot of them the night of the flood were, some of these are family that haven't spoken to each other in 2 or 3 years, and they're just wanting to know if they're okay, and they just don't have a number for them. So these aren't missing individuals. These are more welfare checks that's going on in the county, and we're trying to get that number down. And I'll pass it off to Laura here with the.
Hello, I'm Laura White with the Greenville Water Commission. Some of you may be seeing some water right now. We did fill our reservoir last night with the temporary auxiliary pumps that we have at the river. We were able to start pumping out at our plant today. However, right now we have crews all over Greenville and all over our system right now that are pressurizing our system. So we would recommend that you boil the water. If you use any of this water right now, these lines have been sitting empty for several days. So we've instituted a boil water notice. If you use any of this water for consumption, until we are able to obtain our bacteriological samples and get the results from those, we want you to boil this at 3 to 5 minutes at a rolling boil before you drink it. Also, I think I've mentioned before, our sewer system is still okay. There's no major problems there. And we are still operating our water fill-up station at our water treatment plant on Buckingham Road, 20 gallons per vehicle if you need that water for bathing or any non-potable type source. We would recommend that you please, use this water sparingly. I know everybody is really wanting a hot shower at this point, me included, but let's just be kind to your neighbor, because some of our customers are not going to have it. Some of the customers in the county are not going to have it. So we just want to get our systems pressurized right now, so everyone can benefit from us getting the water back on. Christina.
Thank you. I'm Christina Potts with the town of Greenville, and I have a few updates for you. As far as the water case distribution pods, those went well yesterday, and those will be open again Friday from 3 to 5. And we will be continuing those as needed throughout the coming weeks. The one that is located at 3685 Irwin Highway, that's the Marathon at 107, that is going to be transitioning to an EMS station. So it will no longer be a water distribution pod, but it will be an EMS station. So we're just repurposing that one for better use. The demand at the pods has slowed, but again, we will stay open as long as it's needed. And we want you to use this water because that will have less stress on our system as it's coming up and being pressurized. As the Sheriff's Department noted, they've been delivering. Greenville Police Department has been doing that as well. Each of them have done about 300 to 200 cases. So if you need this service, again, contact us through our Facebook page or through the police department. Again, this is for disabled and elderly only, or people who cannot get to the water pods. The other update I have is that the demolition landfill is open and is accepting debris from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That is Monday through Friday. And at this time, we are working on a way to discount fees and per tonnage rates. However, we do not have that in place yet. If you need to drop off today and tomorrow, please keep your receipts, document your loads in writing and by photos if possible. And so you can maybe have some reimbursement from your insurance companies later. We do not have all the details on that, but we know that you need to keep all of that, document. A separate debris site is being set up right now. That is not open yet, but it will be free to the public, and we will update you ASAP as we have that set up. Again, there will be no cost for that debris site, and we are setting that up as we speak. We do have Chief Alan Shipley here from the Greenville Fire Department. He's sitting off camera, so we're going to give him a chance to update. Give one more.
Yes. I apologize. Also, for roads in Greene County, the river road that goes to Hot Springs, North Carolina, which is accessed through the lower Paint Creek corridor, is out. That road no longer exists. So we've had about 30 to 40 vehicles that they've tried to get turned around, some of them large vehicles, thinking that that access is still available. It is not available. It is out. And one of the culverts down there on that end near Paint Rock has been washed out that they're trying to repair. So there is no access to North Carolina through Lower Paint Creek. If people can avoid, they're going to be putting up signs letting everybody know that. That's it. Geez, I'll stand up. Yeah, sit down.
Good morning. Give a little bit of update on Greenville Fire, Greene County Fire operations. We currently have 6 search teams, or ground teams, along with TWRA officers that are still doing search recovery efforts on the river. Also, there is 7 boats, excuse me, that are on the river. TWRA has graciously come in and manned these boats, so they're still doing up and down the river.
Special guest coming.
Hold on for just a second.
We have a special guest here with us in our EOC today, and he is going to get on here and share a message with the community.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Governor Bill Lee here, and I am visiting with the men and women who have been here in the EOC that are actually executing the response here locally. And I just want to say to folks out in the county, what's happened here is unprecedented. It's been tragic and difficult, and there's been much pain and heartache and sorrow across East Tennessee. There is a lot of hope too, and we are here to meet with survivors, to meet with volunteers, to meet with the professionals, to get an update. We are very interested in standing right alongside the local EMA, the local fire department, the local sheriff's department, the local officials and county mayor, and all of the people who have been working 24/7 to make sure that the people of Greene County are supported and taken care of. We know there are huge challenges. Water in particular is a problem and a challenge, but the local utility has been working day and night to resolve that. Feel very confident that soon there'll be pressure, then soon there will be clean water. How quickly, they know the details of that, but to the degree that we can be a support to them, we really are working to do that. So I just wanted to happen to be stopping in, saw that you're doing a Facebook Live, wanted to tell you we are very proud of what's happening in this county. We are very proud of the volunteer spirit that is showing up from one end to the other. We are very proud of the support, the prayers, the hope that comes. And I am very proud of the professionalism of the people in this county that have stepped up and served and made sure that when there's a tragedy, they address it. Done an incredible job of doing that. We stand ready and behind them to support them all the way. So thanks for letting me interrupt your Facebook Live. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. All right. To continue the kind of the update there on the river, like I said, we have numerous people that are on the river, still looking for folks and anyone that's in need. We had 4 K9 teams that have been sent in. They will be with TWRA this morning out on the river again, just to see anyone that needs help. Please call in and let us know if you see something out of the ordinary, and we will have those folks go out and check it. Also, there'll be 2 drone teams out. Of course, we're still continue to monitor everything down by air. We can monitor our teams for safety. We have been just requested to swiftwater teams to go back in, and this is not for rescue, but it's for standby, one below the water plant as they continue to try to get that back up in operation. We'll have a rescue team set up there just in case something does have there. That team will be in place. There'll also be another team that will be in place down below the dam, as TVA has engineers and everything coming in to evaluate the bridge and the dam. So we will have that team in place in case they need it. Little bit of update on Greenville Fire as far as inside the city. I know questions have been, how do we continue to operate without water? Thankful to my staff, they have went and they've identified actually a little over 20 locations inside the city that we're able to draft water from. They went in and modified these around the creeks and the springs, so they're getting enough water there that we can draft water for firefighting capabilities. Also, we have activated through state mutual aid a tanker strike team. So we have 3 tankers that are currently inside the city, and they each carry over 3,000 gallons of water. We've also activated some of our off-duty personnel. They're pulling shifts now, so our reserve trucks are manned just in case something happens. We would ask the public to, of course, be fire wise. Watch and don't. I know everybody's wanting to clean up a lot of things that's going on there, but just remember the resources are limited. Everybody's tired, so please just keep that in mind. And maybe just make another walk through your house and make sure, everything, stove's not left unattended, things like that we sometimes do. But just keep those things in mind. And a couple other little notes. Greenville Fire Department has set up 2 locations. One would be at Station 2, 945 Carson Street. Excuse me. We have set up it's about a 2,100 gallon portable tank. So the community is welcome to come by and get water if you need that for bathing or for facilities. You're welcome to come and get that. There is also another one, Station 4 on Mount Bethel. And you'll see it's just the big red tanks that's setting up there. We will continue to keep those full of water. There is some buckets there if you need to take water back to your home. We just ask if you would return those buckets in case somebody doesn't have something to transport water. But I think that's an update. Yes.
We've had some questions about ice makers and hot water heaters. If we could hold off on turning those on for a little while because there's still a lot of air in the lines and a lot of sediment, I would recommend that you hold off on doing that for a while.
And I have one more announcement on demolition landfill. Please make sure you separate your demolition materials, your garbage, and your brush because you're going to be billed separately for those if you take them to the Greene County and Greenville landfill. No demolition materials in your garbage, please. So please don't put those into your toters that are at your house that you bring to the curb. And again, we will be setting up that separate debris site. I would say to go ahead and separate your materials ahead of time if you can for that, because they will be separating those out at the debris site.
So that concludes what we have for you guys today. To leave you guys with a positive note, for all your information updates, please go to wgrv.com. Also, the town of Greenville is doing an amazing job trying to keep accurate information flowing. And Ron, like I said, has been here with us trying to get you guys the most up-to-date information that we have to share. We are very, very proud of this community. I'm very, very proud of our response. We're resilient. The outpouring of love just to us and to each other has been amazing. So keep doing what you're doing. God bless.
That concludes the morning